Hello students, this is Nilofer Sheikh. Today we are going to see one more problem on changing the order of integration and evaluating a double integral. In this problem, we are going to learn if the region gets divided into two parts, then how to evaluate the double integral after changing the order. Okay, now let us start with the question. Question is to change the order of integration and evaluate, and here is a double integral given to us with dx dy. Let us just check whether this is right. These limits are functions of y, thus they are limits for x. So first we should have dx and then dy. So this is correct. We have to change the order, meaning we have to make it dy dx. For that, first of all, we have to write all the limits. Okay, let us start with the lower limit. Here the limit is x equal to y square by 9. Upper limit is x equal to root of 10 minus y square. Then coming to the outer integral, these are limits for y. So lower limit is y equal to 0 and upper limit is y equal to 3. Now we have to see what are these curves and then draw them. Let's start with the first one. This can also be written as y square equal to 9x, which represents a parabola. We know y square equal to 4ax is the equation of a standard parabola which opens on the side of positive x-axis. So we come to know that this is a parabola. Okay, now let's go to the next equation. If you square this, you'll see that x square is 10 minus y square. Taking this minus y square term over here, we get x square plus y square equal to 10, which is the equation of a circle. Circle with center at origin and radius root 10. Okay, now we know there at origin the center of the circle is there and we have a circle. We know there is a parabola opening on this side, which means the parabola is going to intersect the circle at 2 points. So we need to find the point of intersection first and then draw the figure for accuracy. Okay. To find the point of intersection, we will put y square as 9x in this equation of circle in place of y square. So in place of y square, we are going to put 9x. So x square plus 9x will be equal to 10. Take this 10 on the other side, we get x square plus 9x minus 10 is equal to 0. This is a quadratic equation which can be easily solved to get the roots, and if you solve it, you will find that x is either minus 10 or x is 1. We got two values of x. Now let us see what happens when x is minus 10. We want to find corresponding value of y also. For that, we will put, we are putting the value of x as minus 10 in the parabola to get the value of y. But when you put x as minus 10 here, y square is minus 90. So y square is a negative term. But we know that square is always positive, which means x cannot be minus 10. So we discard this value of x because y square is not going to be a negative term. So here x cannot be negative, so this value is discarded. Thus we get only one value, which is x equal to 1. Okay, now this value again you can put in the parabola. When you put x as 1, you will get y square to be 9. Y square is 9, so y is plus minus 3. So when x is 1, y is either 3 or minus 3. This gives us 2 points of intersection, 1, 3 and 1, minus 3. Using this point of intersection, we will now draw our figure. Okay, for the figure, first of all, you will draw x-axis, y-axis, denote the origin by O. Now let us draw the circle. Center is origin, radius is root 10. So accordingly, we have drawn a circle. Now we have to draw parabola. We know the parabola opens on this side and it intersects the circle at 1, 3 and 1, minus 3. So we have to decide that somewhere we have the point 1 on x-axis. Above that, wherever it cuts the circle and parabola intersection, there will show the point 3. Okay, and similarly here the point will be 1 comma minus 3. So we get these 2 points of intersection, and from we will draw a parabola which passes from this point, origin, and this point. So we can draw the parabola this way. Okay, so parabola is done, circle is done. Now what is left? Y equal to 0. Y equal to 0 is the x-axis itself. Y equal to 3 is a line parallel to x-axis passing through the point y equal to 3. Now remember, y equal to 3 is a point inside the circle. Why? Because the radius of the circle is root 10 from here. We know that root 9 is 3. 10 is a number greater than 9. So root 10 is something greater than 3. So radius is greater than 3. Meaning y equal to 3 will be inside the circle. And so we get a line y equal to 3 parallel to x-axis. And of course this line should pass through the point 1 comma 3 as y is 3 in this point. Okay, so we got this line also. So all the 4 curves are drawn over here. Now let us identify the region. See, the region is bounded between the parabola and the circle. We have parabola here and circle here. So the region is bounded between these two. So we understand that somewhere here is our region between the parabola and the circle. Okay, further the region is bounded by y equal to 0 and y equal to 3. So here this is a boundary, y equal to 0 and y equal to 3. So whatever was the region between parabola and circle, now it is restricted between these two lines also. So now we know that this shaded portion is our region of integration. Now that we have understood the region, now we will go to the point where we have to change the order of integration. The original order is dx dy. We want to make it dy dx. To make it dy dx, we should get limits for y over here. To get limits for y, you have to take a strip parallel to y-axis in the region. Okay, so we are going to take a vertical strip in the region. Now see, when we take a vertical strip in this region, where does the strip start from? It starts from x-axis and it ends on the parabola. You can see that over here. Okay, why we see this? Because this gives us the limits for y. Where does it start from and where does it end? So here it starts from x-axis where y is 0 and it will end on the parabola. Okay, but when you move the strip, see, our next step is to move the strip parallel to itself in the whole region to find the value of x. So we start moving our strip and we understand that once the strip crosses this line AD, now the strip will be in this region. Here the strip starts from x-axis but now it ends on the circle. Whereas before AD, the strip was ending on the parabola. After AD, the strip is ending on the circle. So the limits for y will change in both the region. Though the lower limit is same, the upper limit is going to differ. Because of this reason, we are going to divide this region of integration into two parts. The first part is before AD, that is OAD. This is the first region of integration. And the second will be DAC. This is the second region of integration. Now what happens when you divide the region of integration? This given integral will now be equal to addition of two integrals. The first double integral will come from the first region and the second double integral will come from the second region. So we have to now find limits for two double integrals corresponding to these two regions. Okay, now let us concentrate on the first region, OAD. Here, as I told you, the vertical strip starts from x-axis. On x-axis, y is 0. So that is giving us the lower limit for y. And the strip ends on parabola. This is the equation of parabola. We want to find what is y on this parabola. X is y square by 9. So y square is 9x. So y is plus minus root of 9x. Okay, but we are in the first quadrant. In the first quadrant, y is positive. So y is only plus sign of root of 9x. Root of 9x can also be written as 3 times root x. That is giving us the upper limit for y. So y will start from 0 and end on 3 root x. Okay. Now we have to move the strip parallel to itself in the first region. For that you will start this strip from origin. At origin x is 0 and then take the strip to the line AD. On line AD value of x is 1. So x goes from 0 to 1. Okay. So this is how we are getting the limits for x and y for our first region. I'll just show you the limits that are written over here. Okay. In the first region, y varies from 0 to 3 root x and x varies from 0 to 1. Now let us concentrate on the second region. The second region is ADC. In this region, we have drawn a vertical strip. The strip starts from x-axis. On x-axis, y is 0. So that is the lower limit for y. The strip ends on the circle. So we have to find the value of y on the circle. What is the equation of circle? It is written here. X square plus y square equal to 10. From this, we have to find y. Y square will be 10 minus x square. So y is plus minus root of 10 minus x square. But again we are in first quadrant. So y is positive. So the value of y from here will be root of 10 minus x square. That gives us the upper limit for y. So y goes from 0 to root of 10 minus x square. Okay. Now to get the limits for x, you will take this strip, move it parallel to itself in this region, in the second region. For that you will take the strip to line AD. On line AD, x is 1. Then move the strip parallel to itself and bring it to the point C. On point C, value of x is root 10. This is because the radius is root 10. So now x is varying from 1 to root 10. So we have got the limits for the second region also. Again, I'll show you the limits written over here. In the second region, y varies from 0 to root of 10 minus x square and x varies from 1 to root 10. Now since we have two regions, I already told you the given integral we will be dividing into two parts. This integral we will write as addition of two parts. Okay, so let us do that. Here it was dx dy. We have changed the order. Now it will become dy dx. The function is 1. Okay, so let us now write the integral by changing the order and then we will evaluate it. Okay. To write the integral, we are going to use what we have written over here. The given integral is now addition of two double integrals. This first double integral is coming from the first region and we have already written in the first region y goes from 0 to 3 root x. So those are limits for y and we have dy here. And then outer limit x goes from 0 to 1. So 0 to 1 over here. Put a plus sign Then we'll write the second integral for the second region. In the second region, y goes from 0 to root of 10 minus x square. So these are limits for y. So we write dy first. Then outer limit will have limits for x, which is going from 1 to root 10. So x goes from 1 to root 10 and we have dx here. So with this we are done with change of order of integration. Now we have to evaluate it. Evaluation here is very simple because the function is 1. Integration of 1 with respect to y is y. Same thing will happen here. Integration of 1 with respect to y is y. We have to put the limits. Here limits are 0 to 3 root x. Here limits are 0 to root of 10 minus x square. Let us evaluate both the integrals simultaneously. Putting the upper limit, you will get 3 root x. Then lower limit is minus 0, need not be written. So after substitution of limits, we get only 3 root x. Here similarly, upper limit is root of 10 minus x square. Lower limit is 0, so you have minus 0 here, which need not be written. This is what you get after substitution. Then we have one more integral left with dx. Let us first see for this integral. We have 3, a constant which can be kept out of the integral. This is root x, meaning x raised to half. Integration of x raised to half is x raised to 3 by 2 upon 3 by 2. This 3 gets cancelled. 1 by 2 in the denominator is 2 in the numerator, so 2 can be brought here. Put the limits now. Put 1 here, 1 raised to 3 by 2 is 1. Then you put 0, which is 0. So you just get 1 from here, and this 2 is a constant. So answer for this integral, this first integral is 2. And we are done with the first one. Now let us go for the second one. This integration is of the form root of a square minus x square. So we were going to apply this formula to evaluate this integral. Compare the two integrals. A square is 10, meaning a is root 10. Okay, on comparing and writing the answer for this integral, what we get, see here the formula is x by 2 root a square minus x square, meaning the root as it is, plus a square by 2 sine inverse x by a. So let us apply this over here. So we get first term x by 2, the root as it is, so root of 10 minus x square as it is, plus a square by 2. A square is 10, so 10 by 2 sine inverse x by a. So x here, a is root 10. Okay, so applying this formula, we have evaluated this integral and the limits are 1 to root 10. Now let us substitute the limits. Let us put upper limit. When you put root 10 here, root 10 squared is 10. 10 minus 10 is 0. So this term will become 0. Okay, now let's go to this term. Put root 10 here. Root 10 upon root 10 will become 1. So this is sine inverse 1. And 10 by 2 is 5. So after putting the upper limit, we get only one term, which is 5 sine inverse 1. 5 from here, and this is sine inverse 1. Okay. Now let us put lower limit. So we'll have to put a minus sign for lower limit. Put 1 in place of x. So you get 1 by 2. 10 minus 1, which is 9. Root 9 is 3. So we get 3 by 2 over here. From this term we are getting 3 by 2 with a minus sign because of lower limit. Okay, again we have a minus sign because this was plus and we are putting the lower limit, so this becomes minus. 10 by 2 is 5. Sine inverse x is 1. So 1 by root 2. Okay. Now sine inverse 1 is pi by 2. So that is substituted here. Rest everything is written as it is. See, 1 by root 10 is not a standard value for sine. So we do not evaluate the sine inverse. It is not necessary to get a value for the sine inverse. You can keep it as it is. Fine. Now 2 minus 3 by 2 is 1 by 2. From these two terms we can take 5 common and we can write pi by 2 minus sine inverse 1 by root 10. So this is our final answer for the given integral. So with this we have completed the problem and we have also understood that when is it necessary to divide a region into two or more parts while changing the order of integration. Thank you.